10 agonizing signs that confirm you're living in a gaslighting relationship. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the 10 traumatic signs showing that you're living in a gaslighting relationship. You feel happy in your married life only when your spouse cherishes and treasures you. You also want your spouse to adjust and adapt to your minor faults. But if you're living in a gaslighting relationship, you're constantly abused and misused by your spouse. You feel emotionally devastated when your spouse indulges in all sorts of manipulative tactics of psychologically destroying you. Your spouse is so intelligent and smart that he or she does not openly display his or her abusive traits. The gaslighting behavior of your spouse is so subtle and underplayed that other people do not see through him or her. So often others term you as a culprit behind all your relationship problems. The gaslighting behavior of your spouse makes you feel controlled, emotionally abused just living with him or her. Your spouse often makes you doubt your own sanity by doing everything possible to make you feel confused about the status of your marriage. Shall we now look at the 5 traumatic signs showing that you're living in a gaslighting relationship? The number 1 sign of your gaslighting relationship is manipulative lies by your spouse. In your gaslighting relationship, your spouse is a blatant liar. Your spouse often reels out many lies about you. The lies of your spouse are to make you seem as the reason behind all the issues in your relationship. Your spouse also speaks ill about you to other people, not in an aggressive way, but in a pathetic way by putting on a mask of a victim. The lies of your spouse are so smooth that even your friends or relatives believe him or her. Even with you, your spouse keeps repeating that you do many things that is destroying your relationship. The repetitive lies of your spouse makes you so confused that you often question yourself. Am I the one who is committing all the mistakes my spouse is accusing me of? On the whole, your spouse does everything to make you unhappy and miserable. But you dare not question him or her because your spouse will go all out to prove you're imagining many things he or she never did. Your spouse will sound so convincing that it makes you doubt yourself. The number 2 sign of a gaslighting relationship is being blaming. Your spouse could do no wrong in your gaslighting relationship. Whatever issues that crop up in your relationship has you as the reason behind it. The financial mess your family is presently facing is all because of you. Though you well know that it is your spouse who is behind the financial downfall of your family, you can do nothing about it. Even if you point it out to your spouse, he or she would never agree to it. Whenever there are arguments between you, your spouse blames you as being the sole reason behind it. The work-related problems your spouse faces are blamed as due to the pressures you give him or her. Your manipulative spouse holds himself or herself away from family responsibilities, but acts as though he or she is the one doing all family duties while you do nothing. The number 3 sign of a gaslighting relationship is spreading rumors about you. When you're living through a gaslighting relationship, your spouse is adept in spreading mean rumors about you. Your spouse tells your family that you're abusing him or her. Your spouse tells his family how much he or she is suffering because of you. Your character will be defamed by your spouse. Your attitude will be questioned, so much so that you feel that you might be unknowingly making your spouse unhappy. The number 4 sign of a gaslighting relationship is putting on a pretense of goodness. Your spouse is absolutely proficient in putting on a facade of goodness. The goodness faked by your spouse is often taken by others as his or her true character. To the outside people, your spouse oozes that much of goodness. Your spouse acts as though it is he or she who is doing everything to make your relationship work, and that it is you who is making him or her suffer. To people who do not know you, the words of your spouse is taken by its face value as a proof of your negative character. The number 5 sign of a gaslighting relationship is making you feel guilty. Your spouse makes you feel guilty by turning the tables on you. Your spouse constantly says that you're making him or her unhappy by your behavior. Your spouse also accuses you of many things which you have not done. Your spouse is adept in putting on a show of being the victim and you the culprit. The number 6 sign of a gaslighting relationship is there's no concern for your emotions. You often feel that your emotions are neglected by your uncaring spouse. When you voice out your concerns and feelings to your spouse, he or she scarcely listens to it. On the contrary, your spouse says that you're acting melodramatic and that you're imagining things that is not happening, well knowing that your worries are real. The number 7 sign of a gaslighting relationship is you're not listened to. When you go to your spouse to talk to him or her, it is as though you're talking to a wall for all the attention you get. Your spouse makes you feel bitter and resentful by looking all over the place except at you when you're talking with him or her. Your spouse increases the volume of the TV to make you go away. Or your spouse gets up from the place and leaves you stunned at the insult meted out to you. You feel as though you do not exist for your spouse. The number 8 sign of a gaslighting relationship is there's no apology. Your spouse insults you in many ways. He or she utters demeaning words against you. The least you expect from your spouse is a word or two of apology. But your spouse goes about as if nothing happened, even after having wounded you with unwarranted words and abusive behavior. The number 9 sign of a gaslighting relationship is wearing you down. When you're living through a gaslighting relationship, you feel mentally drained and depleted. You try your best to make your spouse see reason behind your grievances. By staying unreceptive and uncaring to all your pleadings, your spouse literally wears down your energy to fight back. You're made to just let go because you well know that your spouse will do nothing to make you feel loved. The number 10th sign of a gaslighting relationship is the feeling of loneliness. Though you're married, you feel as though you have no one to support you. Though your spouse is home, you do not feel his or her companionship because he or she treats you like a piece of furniture. This sort of a behavior by your spouse makes you feel unhappy in your relationship. You're at your wit's end, not knowing how to handle the gaslighting behavior of your spouse. You must definitely confront your spouse when he or she persistently abuses you. You must make him or her realize that your emotions cannot be tampered with. You cannot expect your spouse to change instantly, but your persistent confrontation may make your spouse realize that he or she cannot take you lightly. Did this video make you understand the signs that show that you're living in a gaslighting relationship? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part, your relationship goal.